if you didn't know already, the Kombat pack release for MK11, some of this stuff I think was leaked. Maybe
so we knew about Shang Tsung's already out.
Sindel and Nightwolf.
Sindel and Nightwolf were known.
Wasn't there a tease for the Terminator, the T-800 at something?
There were like 19 Terminator teases at E3 for different games.
Yeah, like Terminator was in WWE 2K16. Like they've been finding ways to shove that character into a lot of different games.
So we got I think it was teased. So we got the T-800, which just looks like a very old Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes.
We got the Joker, which looks like.
Let's talk about this Joker for a second.
Is it Joaquin Phoenix?
The Joker.
The Joker. The Batman's The Joker.
Is in Mortal Kombat.
He already has been.
Well, let's be clear.
He was in DC version.
No, he was in the DC and Injustice games.
But he was in MK vs. DC.
Well, yeah.
That's one of the, like...
But that's like one of the... It's probably like the less canonical of all of them.
But it's still considered MK8.
This is a bad Joker.
Like?
Yeah.
This is a bad Joker.
Oh.
Joker. Let's say, first of all, Joker, the T-800 coming October 8th. The Joker... coming January 28th, Sindel in November.
And also Spawn.
Spawn.
And then Spawn, which...
Yeah, remember Spawn?
Before we get to the Joker, I had to ask, and maybe people can talk about it in the comments. Do teenagers, let's say 14 to... Well, this is an M-rated game, right?
Yes.
So let's say 18 to 25.
I know, let's be real. 14 to
14,
18.
really, yeah. Do they know who Spawn is?
I mean, Spawn's always been a comic this whole
time. I know,
yeah, it's still
but there have been a
going.
lot of comics.
I realize what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying.
This is not the Spawn heyday.
Yeah, Spawn does feel like, for people who might remember from like when, people who are now like 26 to maybe 40.
Spawn is for people who owned original Xboxes.
Abby, what are your feelings on Spawn? Anything?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
It's a comic book.
Yeah. Big Red Cape had a really bad movie.
Todd McFarlane.
I have no idea what this is.
I have like guilty weird pleasure with that movie.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's a bad movie.
I know.
You should feel guilty.
I know it's bad.
There's also was that great HBO animated
cartoon
series where the first episodes of that series had like weird intros with Todd McFarlane where he was like clearly trying to do his own version of like the fucking anthology horror Hitchcock thing, but they are just fucking nonsense. You should look up some clips of like Todd McFarlane's Spawn intros. They are incredible.
Those I don't remember, but I vividly remember the cartoon.
It's the Ice Cream Man one, right?
I think they only did it for like 6 episodes and then they stopped because they were so stupid.
But isn't it
the cartoon wasn't
No,
stupid.
I'm saying those intros were stupid.
Isn't it the ice cream guy? The murderer ice cream?
The clown.
The clown.
Yeah.
That's the
John Leguizamo.
in the movie, yeah.
Anyway, so Spawn. All right, Joker.
It's a bad Joker.
It's
that
looks
is
like machine learning.
That is the
Joker.
Santa Cruz Joker. That is the guy on the bus who is going to Comic-Con dressed as the Joker.
It looks like if you looked for a Joker costume on Amazon, the model that they would have like
Scary Clown.
Specifically because you were making a Justice League porn parody and you needed a Joker costume immediately. Here's what you came up with.
I don't think it's that bad. I think everyone's being dramatic. It's boring. I think it's like a little bit like it's very much like a even slightly more watered down version of that like Jared Leto
It's a
Joker.
phoned in Joker.
It's like it's a fine Joker. They try to modernize it. It's boring. It's fine.
Not to get actually about this, but someone actually posted in my
I saw
mentions,
the porn thing.
It is identical to the porn parody
funny,
Joker,
but also fine.
But there have been so many versions of Joker. It's going to be identical. They've run out of different versions of Joker.
I think you could still do good Joker.
The Injustice 2 Joker was also bad, but in a totally different way, and much more of a pseudo Jared Leto way.
I also love the idea that somebody saw that MK thing and was like, "Oh, that's a fucking porn joke."
Yeah,
I've seen that before.
Where
have I seen that before? Oh, right, that's porn joke.
Who among us has not watched a DC porn parody or two in their lifetime?
I will say it is me.
I haven't, but I'm not too good for it.
Yeah.
This is an entry level Joker.
I agree.
It just never occurred to me. It's my thing. We'll find out by the next Beastcast.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, it's a bad Joker.
It's not inspired.
No.
But it's a pretty good-looking T-800 if you're going for old Arnold.
Yes, I agree.
And Spawn just looks the same. I don't know.
I mean, Spawn's... You can't really change Spawn that much.
Is Spawn like a Spider-Man thing?
No.
I would have assumed he was just as big as like Deadpool or any of those other like
Today?
mass
In the
super-
90s,
Yeah,
yeah.
I had no idea he
Spawn
fell
is.
off.
Big deal.
I just figured that every like comic character has been around since 1920 and never went away.
No.
That's
So, like, Spawn,
Deadpool, famous 1920s character.
Spawn
you could have told me that and I'd believe it.
Hang on, I'm going to clarify
black
this.
and white.
Yeah, vaudeville.
Spawn was the first big breakout thing for Image Comics in the 90s. Image was sort of like an offshoot, like third label that sort of, it came out in the 90s. Some ex-Marvel people, I believe, went over there. And so Spawn was like the first like big hit for that label.
Okay.
And it was like
Gotcha.
darker and more mature.
Yeah, it was
people
trying to be
being
like
really-
super edgy, like 90s
Definitely
edgy.
a darker thing.
Kids in
for
like junior high were like way into it. I remember.
Yeah.
It's Todd McFarlane. I could be getting this
The most
wrong.
hot topic of superheroes.
Yes.
It was like, oh, Marvel didn't like Todd because he made the webs on Spider-Man too intricate or something like that.
I don't
Or, like,
remember.
it was like, oh, all the stringy. I don't know. I remember reading that in the 90s or something. Like, yeah.
Oh, so Todd McFarlane used to be at Marvel?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think he did Spider-Man and like did all the crazy poses. I want to say, I don't know. I could be getting that wrong. Jeff, you're more comic books than I am.
I don't know this specific controversy.
Yeah,
but-
this was like a 90s thing when I was like 15.
I just
Yeah.
know he made the Metal Gear Solid action figures.
Did he? Oh, McFarlane
McFarlane
Toys.
Toys has
Yeah.
made a lot of stuff.
Yeah. They still do that stuff as well.
Okay.
I think of varying hit or miss quality.
Yeah.
Anyway, the funniest thing to me, aside from Sindel, which is Mortal Kombat, all of Joker, Spawn, and the Terminator are all characters that have done so many cameos in other video games, especially
Yes.
Terminator now, but like Spawn,
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur, at the very least. Has Spawn been in anything else?
I mean, he had a few of his own games, which were all pretty bad.
He had a Dreamcast game.
Joker clearly has been in and out of stuff.
Yeah,
Lego stuff.
including like NetherRealm stuff.
So it's
So one of the leaked things that didn't come out in this, maybe that's something for down the road, was Ash from the Evil Dead series.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah. Is that not?
So that
in
was
here?
something that was leaked as supposedly part of season 1. But,
That is cool.
But that didn't come to fruition. So this is the entirety, I think, of the season 1 pack.
Yeah.
I think there will be more characters down the road, so that could still happen. I don't know. But that was like a rumored thing.
Wasn't there some weird thing where Bruce Campbell either said he was or wasn't doing it, but then there was contradictory information elsewhere?
I truly don't know.
Anyway, that I don't want to spend too much longer on this
Yeah.
thing. I'll be curious to see how DC feels about Joker and fatalities and the brutalities and all
I
that
think
stuff.
if you're going to
right.
have a DC villain doing that shit, it would probably have to be the Joker,
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
would have gone
Well,
maybe
do you remember
Bane or
the DC
something.
one where they had the original fatality where he shot him in the head and then did they changed it because it was too violent? They did the bang
they did
thing.
the bang
I
thing.
mean,
Yeah.
Joker kills a lot of people.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. But like I think there's some other DC ones that could probably get away with it that are.
Yeah, I'm just saying that like if you want a big marquee
Yeah.
name, like that's probably the one I would
Yeah,
go with.
I just wonder if they've kind of hands off, be like, hey, he can rip a person in half. That's fine. Have him eat a brain. I don't care.
He's just going to use his flour to like melt people with acid or something,
Yeah.
you know?
they'll fall into a hole or something
Yeah.
like that. Okay.
I would really like it for there to just be like a regular celebrity person, like not in character, like introducing Joker,
Just-
Spawn, and Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, I want him to
Seth
pull,
Rogen,
Yeah, it's just like him fighting.
I want him to pull like a giant, like keeps pulling out the fucking the thing out of his sleeve, giant cartoon mallet that eventually just picks it, like it just pulls and just fucking smashes the guy into a pancake.
Oh, okay. What if he's pulling? I'm with you. What if he's
Yeah.
pulling out the scarves and eventually starts pulling it out, and it's the other person's intestines that they're pulling out?
It's like an Amazing
And
Jonathan
then
joke.
they're like touching their stomach or whatever, and the guy just falls over.
So we're just doing close up magic now.
Well, listen, weren't we always?
Yeah.
Did I say Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
I meant
Seth Rollins?
No,
You meant Jeff Bakalar.
I meant Jeff Bakalar.
Anywho,
That's the
that's the season 1.